Okay. Time for today's video. Today's video will be on the activation of the nervous system, more specifically the nervous system that's linked up to the brain. If you do this right, you become pretty smart momentarily. It wears off, you have to keep doing the practice. Because essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using your eyes in order to activate, stimulate bioelectrically parts of your nervous system, hemispheres of your brain, and your entire spine. Okay? I remember seeing on YouTube, yogis would lift up their tongue to the soft palate of their mouth, and they would cross their eyes and go up into their head. And that was meant to stimulate literally the chi flow, the energy flow in the body. And back then, I didn't look at the physical body as being a source of manipulation for the energy body. I just looked at my mind and my astral body as, a prerequisite to the building of energy in the system, because I was used to channeling dimensional energy into my physical body from the astral realms. And so, I'd try and do things like this for a while, but every now and then, what really excited me ended up taking center stage. That was up until the other day, when I brought back an experience from smoking cannabis. I was smoking cannabis. I'll tell you how to do this in a second, because this is really important. I was smoking cannabis, and I found my body, or my eyes, doing weird, butterfly shape symbols. They were coming up, and it felt like the eyes were moving like this. I can't really do it, but it was like that, basically, right? Whereas you can do this, and that, and this. Imagine your eyes doing that. And so they would do this and flutter really fast. And starting off slowly, they'd pick up speed. And I would start to see sacred geometry and hear voices. And my body would also start doing some weird things energetically. And so, some months went past, and I'm at my house, and I decided to do it again. I think to myself, if I just do the eye movements without smoking, even if I don't believe I can actually move my eyes like that, at least I can try. Would I get the same effects? And I did, without smoking cannabis, you see. And so I would sit there, and this is going to look silly on camera, because honestly, I can feel it doing what I need it to do, but it really doesn't look like that, and that's fine, because what happens when you move your eyes around is that you're using the muscles behind your eyes, right? It's the contraction of these muscles that stimulate the electricity. I call it electricity because that's what we're most familiar with. Bioelectricity is more accurate, okay? And so whenever you move around like this, that's a bioelectrical response, in the nervous system. Tensing up the muscles, causing that body to contract. We're basically just doing similar things here by controlling the movement of our eyes. And so I would do the flutter thing. And as you can see now, my eyes aren't even moving, but it feels like I'm still contracting the muscles in that way. I feel really weird now, kind of nauseating, doing that because of what it unlocks in my system. And so, if you find yourself looking into a mirror during these next exercises, trying to get the eye movements right, try not to do that to yourself, That's not a very good way of referencing your progress with all of this. Instead, what does it feel like you're doing, Can you draw a butterfly with the movements in your head? Because if you can, then you're doing the right thing. However, we're not doing the butterfly thing for you today. We're actually doing a much simpler thing. A much simpler exercise. What I want you to do is I want you to breathe in through your mouth and your nose at the same time if you can. into your belly. On the exhale, let yourself relax and elongate your spine. Okay, so we do that now. That felt good. But then what I want you to do is I want you to take your finger, look at your finger, and bring it in. Don't take your eyes off your finger. Okay? Now you'll feel a straining sensation. That's perfect. That's what we need to feel. It's kind of like a soft straining. And then you go up with your finger, and then down with your finger. And then you go up with your finger, and then down with your finger. And then you go up with your finger, doing it, and then down with your finger. Up and down. Up. Slowly down. Up. Contracting your eyes, slowly down. You'll notice a smooth sensation in your system as you're doing that, okay? Look at that as progress, because it is really progress. This is what happens before you start feeling the burning sensations if you're doing it too much. It's kind of like putting a magnifying glass to your hand and sunlight's blasting through it. It's going to hurt your hand. But when you're focusing on different parts of your body like this, the more of your focus you put into that practice, the more energy input you're going to put into that area of the body. And then it'll start to hurt. Over time, the pain will subside. If you do these exercises every day, your head's going to hurt, but then after a while, your head's going to be fine and you're going to be able to do it more often at a much deeper, stronger strength, really straining your eyes. Is straining your eyes like this healthy for you long term? I'm not sure yet, but short term, it's led to some miraculous results. I can see in the dark much clearer. Everything's blue instead of black, and I can see the shape of objects just by using my eyes in this fashion. And I can also see other weird things. It also has a relation to the other chakras, because when you start playing with the energy up here, it opens up the energy in the other areas. Stands to reason, because you're putting energy down your spine in the form of feeling, which, if you know about the nervous system, the organs and the nerves attached to the organs run back through the body and are connected to the spine. This is why if you break a part of the spine, you can have organ failure in a specific area of your body. Okay, still on topic, let's do this again. So again, we're going like this, bring it up. Up your finger goes, down your finger goes. Up your finger goes, down your finger goes. Feel that movement in your body, okay? Really make sure you're straining your eyes too. Sometimes it's easy just to kind of let your eyes slip back to normal. Bring it closer if that's the case. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And the faster you go, the more you'll notice that shooting up feelings, like a rising of pressure inside the system. Now, let's get it a little bit more complicated. Well, it's not really complicated. It's just you need to do a little bit more with this next phase. Okay? As long as you're doing it slowly, you'll be able to keep up, you'll be able to understand, and you'll be able to execute it perfectly. So, next part, okay? No hands this time. Let's try it out, okay? No hands. All you do is you go up, and you hold your eyes there for a second. Then you go back to normal again. Yeah? No hands. Boss side, they call this. And up. You'll notice that when you do it properly, there we go. There's like a cleft there. I'll talk about that in a second. But when you go up, you'll feel the energy shoot up your head in a smooth sensation, and it will build up here. This is the cleft. And it has to kind of go over a bridge in the energy system. Now, this is because this area is blocked most of the time. I think it's because we're thinking in this brain region all the time, so it's quite charged up. It needs to go over and flow down the back. So if you go up and then you wait, it will build and then just smooth over and go down your spine. Keep your eyes up. It will then travel up past the under and up the tailbone, past the navel, and then up the body and back here again. If you do that, you'll feel it come straight back up here again, go down and do it again. Go down and do it again. Now when you go down, you don't go all the way down. If you go all the way down, that'll trigger something else. All we're doing is we want to get the energy flow up and down the spine and back up the front again. Okay, so you do like that. You wait until you feel it, there we go. And then you go up again. Until you feel it, there you go. And then you go up again, wait till you feel it, there you go. And you'll notice that it will build a rhythmic cycle in your system. Do you want to try it out? Let's try it out. How much time have we got left? I got time. Okay, we're going to do 6 reps of this. We're going to start off with breathing. So you breathe in through the nose. Out through the nose and the mouth. You elongate your spine. Okay. You know when you're doing that, good, because you'll feel good on the exhale. You do it again if you want. Breathe into the stomach. Out through the nose and mouth. You elongate your spine. And one more time. Okay. No hands. Cross your eyes. Up to the top of your head. Wait. Feel it surge. Up the navel. Once you feel that, go back to normal. Cross your eyes. Up. Wait for it to surge. Once you can feel that, back to normal. Cross your eyes. Up. Wait for it to surge. Back to normal. Cross your eyes. Up. Wait for it to surge. Back to normal. 2 more times. Cross your eyes. Up. Wait for it to surge around your system. Back to normal. 1 more time. There we go. Now you'll notice, because you did it 6 times, that it'll feel like it's still going without you doing the eye movements, okay? Get really good at that for a little while. So we've covered 2 meditations so far, dealing with the eyes. We've done the easy one, where you do this and you go up and down, all the way down and all the way up, yeah? And we've done the boss side and up, allowing the energy to surge throughout your system. Yeah. Not including the butterfly one. I don't want you guys to do that. That's not for this. And so now we're going to do the 3rd meditation with the eyes, which is the one that makes you quite intelligent. See if I can teach this one properly. I'm just going to tell you how to do it. I'm not going to go through it with you, because I think if more energy is put into explaining this rather than showing you, it will help more. If I actually try to show you, because my eyes, I don't believe, will move in this fashion, it will probably confuse you when I'm telling you to feel energy moving in a circular motion and my eyes are just staying still, you know? Having said that, I might end up showing you anyway. And so what you do now is you go like this, both side, and you can try this if you think you can pull it off, it's fine. You go up, and then you go around the sides of the head, okay? So you go up and around, okay? Up and around, okay? So you go up and around. It kind of feels like when you go up, you let it fall, your eyes, but you're letting them fall to the side, okay? This is relaxing the muscles in a very particular way. And so you go up, and you go down, and you go up, and you go down, and you go up, and you go down, up, and up, and up. And what I'm doing here is I'm catching the fall, so it's a continuous motion as I'm going down. Just lost my ability to speak for a second. I feel really nauseous and really woozy. That is a lot of energy. The next part to that meditation is, once you've figured that piece out, you want to basically move the circular motions, that relaxation motion, backward into the skull. And as you go backward into the skull, the circles go from big to small. Okay? So it's, you catch the relaxation, you catch the dropping, perfect circles, like this. Okay. You can use your fingers as well, actually, this kind of works. And then you go smaller, feeling it going into the back of the skull. Okay, that worked. Try not to drop that process. You'll drop it by blinking, like I just did, or by looking at something really quickly. So make sure you have your attention on that motion the entire time. And there we go. Now it feels like that soft sensation that we felt when we went up and down, and when we went like this and we let it surge through the body, past the tailbone, up the navel, and back here again. That feeling feels like it had just traveled throughout both hemispheres of my brain. Okay, so I did this for about 3 days, and I noticed that I was able to do math very easily. Not only that, but it felt like it was about 5 a.m. in the morning because I could see in my room. I checked my phone, it was only 12, it was pitch black outside. The disadvantages of this meditation, though, are that lights are going to hurt your eyes for a while. Okay, not only lights, but screens, your phones, tablets, laptops, computers, stuff like that, TVs, if I haven't mentioned that already. And so your eyes are going to be sensitive for a while. My eyes are kind of sensitive right now just from doing that. Daylight's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. And so it's best to do these practices at night, okay, to activate this part of your nervous system. I'm Ryan James Cropper. I'm also going to put this video on Patreon. Okay, this will be one of the ones that everyone gets. Yeah, and this is cool because after doing this for a while, I also saw colors, like rainbow colors, yellow, blue, and dark blue, purple, and I think it was like pinkish, and then red. And I saw that with my eyes closed every night. I was having basically a psychedelic experience just from doing these meditations. Okay, so you'll definitely get a lot out of this. Try these out, and I'll speak to you next time. Peace.